scrappy friends. I have a layout for you today that is using the Clique Kits March kit, and this is for the pep rally blog hop that they put on once a month. So once a month, the third week of the month, I believe it's the third week, they do a blog hop where some of the designers from the design team and then some of the people who get the Clique kit, so in the Clique, right? And we share our layouts that we've made with our kit from that month, and it's really fun. I really like it. It's a nice change from just, you know, hopping around on YouTube, because you also get to read a little bit. You get to see the close-up pictures. That's one thing I really love about blogs. So anyway, I'm going to start telling you what I'm doing. So there is this beautiful crepe paper in our kit this month, and I really wanted to use it more than just putting it behind something, which I had already done. So I'm kind of folding it in like a fan way, you know, like when you're a little kid in school and you kind of fold it back and forth and you do like a little fan. Well, I did that with each of the things, and I just used my stapler and stapled it, and then I thought, hey, it looks really cool with the gold and the silver together, so I put those together and then I stapled those. So there's actually 3 staples in each little section, and then I figure, well, I'll put them on each side of the photo. They kind of move around a little bit until I decide exactly where I want them, and then I decide that I'm going to use this card because I really like the color, and it says, "With brave wings she flies," and I really just like that quote. So up at the top, which you kind of see me do a little bit, but I cut a lot of it out because you don't really need to see me gluing or taping all those circles. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I shared a layout with you that had all these circle cuts into it. That was using the cut file, and I used the inside of the circles this time and put them on, and I flipped it because I figured it would be kind of fun to use the other pattern, because I really like that. I like those colors. It has some blues, some peaches, some pinks, so it's just really fun. It's a fun design, and I thought that it would look really cool. So, but I didn't want it on the whole thing, so that's why I put on that third half, or the third half, that doesn't make sense. The bottom third, I use that stripe paper. I really love that stripe paper, and I thought it would be perfect for a layout with one of my girls on it, and I chose this photo of Leilani. I've just been kind of practicing with my new camera, so I had her come outside and we just did some shots, and I'm playing around with this XO that was on one of those 3x4 cards and that paper is from the add-on, and actually a lot of these papers that I use are from the add-on from the kit. There are some from the main kit, but the add-on had some stuff from PhotoPlay, and they're girl theme. Most of it's girl themed or like a travel-y theme, which makes it really fun. But the 3x4s, I cut out the XO. I thought that that would be a really fun way to use, though I don't end up using it for this layout, but that's okay because I use it later. I promise. It'll be back. I decided to cut those flowers out of part of that paper and that's from the Goldie Collection. So all of these papers from the main kit are from the Goldie Collection, from Seven Paper Seven Paper Studio Calico. I don't know. It always confuses me, but I know it's 7 paper. And I thought about using that little clip because we got 3 of those bow clips, and they're so cute, but it didn't really work there. But I did cut those flowers around, and so I'm going to use those to layer. And as you notice, I did pop that photo up. I kind of wanted it to like lift up off a little bit because there is a lot going on this layout, even though there's not really a lot going on. I actually had a really hard time with this because for the fact that I'm getting to where I've used quite a bit of the embellishments, or the embellishments that I have left don't necessarily go with this. I mean, I know there's a whole bunch of cute macaroons, which I'm going to use a layout about. But actually, I should find the picture of macaroons that I made myself, but that's all besides the point, right? But I just felt like this kit lends really well to a little embellishment, and that's really, really hard for me because I love to embellish. But I found that doing these, like cutting these out, made it a little bit easier because you can use quite a bit without it feeling like you used quite a bit. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out where they work the best. I do add some with pop dots because I want them to be cool and sticking up in different places and tucked in other places. My dog is getting into trouble. I know you can't hear him. He's trying to get into things. He's mad that I'm not playing with him or sitting with him tonight. But anyway, so I'm just kind of fiddling around with this. It kind of takes me a while. I also cut a whole bunch of these hearts out from the one paper because they're just so cute, and I was like, these would make the perfect little embellishment to just add, and you can scatter them out. So I just kind of put them in some random places. At one point you'll see me count because I'm like, how many do I have? And I am trying to stick to an even or an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I end up right using 8, which is not even or odd, it's even. So I kind of play around. I also I'm going to use one of the other cut files that has some marquee letters, and this one says this. Oh, that is so beautiful. And I really love these. They're really, really fun. And so at first I thought about putting it down at the bottom, and then it just didn't fit. So I think I'm going to put it up at the top, but I did kind of move it out. And I decided that I want to use or have the title be, "That is so beautiful." And then down at the bottom it's going to say, "My darling." And I at first thought about putting "beautiful," but then I'm like, it just doesn't sound right to me. That is so beautiful, beautiful. Like, I'm like, okay, that's, yeah. Like, I don't have to have it be completely English correct, grammatically correct. I'm really like, most of the time, sometimes that stuff doesn't bug me, but it just wasn't working. I was like, oh, it just doesn't sound right. But I really liked those thickers, and these are one of the add-ons. And so later you'll see, oh yeah, I used that. I really like the way that using some of those phrases on there just kind of adds a little bit more pop of the black, because there's not really a whole lot of black on here for all the color that there is. So I'm going to switch the beautiful to shine, which I really like that. So it's, "That is so beautiful, shine, my darling." It really needs a apostrophe, and I suppose I could look around and find something, but I'm not going to worry about it. So I hope that you guys head over to my blog and you kind of look at the close-ups. I mean, I'll show you close-ups in here, but check out my blog. I try to blog on a regular basis, so I at least have 1 or 2 blog posts a week-ish. And but check out all the other ladies who are sharing their work from Clique Kits this month too, because there's a whole lot of ladies. So if you go over and you click the link in the info box, you'll find the link to my blog post, and check out all the other ladies who are sharing. And I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys have a great, great week. Bye.